Hey crafty friends, Sam with the Rowdy Raven, and today we're going to make this simple card that's perfect for beginners. But first, I just want to take a quick minute to apologize for not going live yesterday. I had a big plan for World Card Making Day, figuring I could get back here in time by 3 o'clock, and from work we had a last minute emergency, and I pushed it off saying I would get to it later that evening. But then when I got home, I got a phone call from my friend who is frantically looking for her dog who ran away. So we searched for him for a better portion of the evening and then gave up thinking that we would start again this morning. And he showed up at midnight on the doorstep, ready to come in the house. So thank God. But yeah, her nerves were shot, and it was just, you know, I would feel the same way if my babies decided they were going to go traipsing through the woods. So anyway, let's get started making this card. I wanted to do a World Card Making Day for beginners, so hopefully this video will kind of start to make up for that. I tried to put myself in the mindset of, okay, you're at the craft store and you don't have a huge budget, but you've decided you want to make cards. How could you start doing that with the least amount of things? It was very hard because I have 30 years of things, 5 paper cutters, and I've gone through all those, and stamps and stamp pads and ink, and I managed to whittle it down to 2 colors of cardstock and a couple stamps. I did purchase, I have a Hobby Lobby near me, so just a quick tip, if you're beginning, make sure you check the flyers because Paper Studio stuff goes on sale a lot at 40% off. It's like every 3rd week or 4th week or something like that. So I picked up this pack of embellishments, mainly just for the big butterflies in there, but there are some really pretty flowers. You could do the same thing with a flower. So, you know, you can just play with this and make cards with that. And then the white cardstock I picked up was the extra heavyweight from Hobby Lobby. I use this a lot for card bases. It is not my preferred cardstock for coloring on with alcohol markers or whatever, but it is perfectly fine for making card bases. It's rather thick. And it comes with 100 sheets in the pack. Again, it's always labeled Paper Studio, so it does count in that sale. Michaels has a very similar cardstock that's 110 pound, but if you get 100 sheets, you have 200 card bases if you make A2 size cards, which cost effective wise, A2 size cards would, you know, you'd get 2 cards from each sheet. So that would be your best bet to make. A couple other things that you need to think about is at least 1 ink pad, some glue, paper cutter of some kind. You can use scissors and a ruler if you want. And I did pick up a few stamps at the very least. You know, you could handwrite that. If you've got pretty handwriting, go for it. I do not. So I chose a stamp. But at the very least, some sentiment stamps, like a good sentiment set that has happy birthday, love you, you know, Merry Christmas. They're out there. You just have to search for them. Again, this was more difficult for me than I thought because I had to put myself back to not having 30 years of supply, so that was not easy for me. But here we go. So this card is A2 size, so I've already cut my papers. You've got your 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, cut at 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I have a black piece of cardstock that I have cut at 3 3/4 by 5, and then another white piece of cardstock that I cut at 3.5 by 4 3/4. And I'm going to layer those together. First, I'm going to stamp on this sheet. I'm going to use this very old splatter rubber stamp. And I'm going to use a notepad to stamp on so that I'm not stamping on this hard desk, because I have lots of cuts in the surface of my desk, so I don't want them to affect my stamping. So I'm just going to ink up my stamp. And then I'm going to place it right here. You could run it off the side if you wanted to. You know, play around. It's very hard when you're starting out to find your style. Do you like them to be clean and simple? Like this, I would consider a clean and simple card. It's not got a whole lot of stuff. Now, you could add rhinestones to this, a couple little bling bling pieces, so that, you know, it's a little more fancy if you want to go that route. Just also remember that the more you add to your card, the more chance it is that you're going to have to pay more postage to have it hand stamped. So there's that. Any kind of dimensional things. All right, and then I'm just going to glue this piece onto my card base. Center it in the middle. Okay. And I'm going to put this under my block over here and just give it a chance to sit for a minute. Get this out of the way. I'm going to take my dimensionals and do up my butterfly here. If you don't have dimensionals, you can cut cardstock and layer it so that you have a little bit of dimension. Okay. Peel all these pieces off. Okay. Gonna put a smidge of glue on the back. And then I'm gonna bring my card back and just kind of center that butterfly. Right like that. Then I'm going to take my black stamp pad and stamp "Love You" right here. So tell me down below in the comments, what style of card do you like making? And if you stick to one style of card, like say you like clean and simple cards, did you start out that way, or did you evolve into that over your creative period? But there we have our quick and easy card. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up down below. Like the video, subscribe to my channel, so we can get seen in the algorithm. And without further ado, go forth and be crafty, my friends. Bye for now.